Good afternoon, everybody. Brought everybody in because I just got to do a quick little presentation for my speech class, Speech 105 at Thomas University. Everybody knows who I am. We all work together. I'm Robert Odom. Thank everybody for being here. Start my introduction off. Give a little background about myself. From Cedartown, Georgia. I've always lived in Cedartown. That's where I was born and raised. My father was a school teacher. My mother worked for DFAX. Both of them worked with government. Both of them had retirement. That's what led me into Georgia Department of Corrections. I started at Georgia Department of Corrections in 1996 at West Georgia Boot Camp. I also worked at Odom Probation Detention Center as sergeant, back to West Georgia Boot Camp, and then later on at Northwest Probation Detention Center as sergeant. In 2009, because of budget cuts, I started my third part of my life that I'm currently in with probation here at the Carrollton Probation Office. As a surveillance officer here, probably the number one tool that we use is this pen. Because if we don't document it, we did not do it. If we don't write it down, if we don't put it in a scribe in that computer, it never got done. We can't ever say that we did it. So our pen is the number one thing that I use on a daily basis. Another thing that we use every day is this tool right here. I've had one of these that's been very, very similar to this for the last 17 years. It's this badge that we use every day. From my first day as a post-certified officer with Georgia Department of Corrections, we've had one of these badges. It started out, my first one said correctional officer, then sergeant, now it says surveillance officer, and hopefully in the future I'll have one that says probation officer. Another tool that we use, especially are these handcuff keys. If you take someone into custody, we're throwing them cuffs on. You know, once or twice a week, we have to transport them to the jail, get our job done. My future with Georgia Department of Corrections, hopefully as a probation officer, either here in the Carrollton Probation Office or closer to home in either Buchanan or the Cedartown office. That'll be my future. That'll be my plan. I'm working on 17 years now. I'm hoping to work toward that goal of 30 years out the door. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate the time you took out of your schedule to be here with me today. We only got about 3 or 4 more speeches to go, so y'all look forward to it, okay? Thank you.